Greetings, I'm Dev the Developer. This lesson is a tour of the specialized input types HTML5 introduced. Color, date, email, range, telephone numbers, and months. We will not go deep in any one of these. The goal is to know they exist, understand what each one does, and know when to reach for them. All of these types work like input elements of the type text at their core. A field with a name and a value. What they add is two things. First, built-in validation. An email input rejects anything that does not look like an email address before this form even submits. A date input rejects invalid dates. You get a validation without writing any JavaScript. Second, optimize interfaces on mobile devices. A telephone type input element tells a phone to show its numeric dialer keypad. An email type tells it to show an email keyboard with an @ key in an accessible location. These are small improvements that add up to a noticeably better user experience. Let's go through the types one group at a time. Input elements of the type color opens a color picker. The value submitted is a hexadecimal color code. It is useful for setting interfaces where users choose a theme color or a display preference. Input elements of the type date open a date picker and ensure the submitted value is a valid date in a consistent format. Browser implementations vary. Some show a calendar pop-up, some show a text field that validates the format. Input elements of the type month is just like date, but only captures a month and a year, not a day. It's useful for expiration dates and month-based data. The next three types focus on text-based data and numeric input. Input elements with the type email validates the format of an email address before submission. The browser checks for an @ and a domain. It does not check whether the address was real. That requires a server-side confirmation. Input elements of the type tel is used for phone numbers. Unlike email, it does not validate the format because phone number formats vary too much internationally. What it does is optimize the keyboard on mobile devices. On a phone, tapping a tel input brings up the numeric dialer layout. Input elements of type range render as a slider. The user drags a handle between a min and a max value. The submitted value is a number within that range. It's useful for settings like volume, priority level, or confidence percentage. Before you commit to using any of these, it is worth knowing how they behave in older browsers. These input types degrade gracefully. If a browser does not support an input element of the type color, it renders a plain text field. The user can still type in a value. Your form does not break, it just loses the enhanced interface. Current browser support for all 6 types is excellent in modern browsers. If your audience includes very old browsers, test what the fallback looks like. For most projects, you can use all of these without concern. 6 input types, each optimized for specific kinds of data. Color for picking a color, date and month for date selection, email for validated email addresses, and tel for phone optimized keyboards, and range for a draggable slider. All of them fall back to text fields in unsupported browsers. Use the right type for the data you are collecting and let the browser do the work. Drop each of these into a form and open it on both a desktop browser and your phone to see exactly what changes. Don't just watch it, do it.